Nepal has taken a historic step. After days of mass protests, deadly clashes, and political turmoil, the country has appointed its first female Prime Minister, Sushila Karki. In this video, we'll cover what triggered the unrest, how the protests unfolded, her appointment, and what her challenges are ahead. Nepal, a republic since 2008, has had a turbulent political environment, with frequent changes in government, accusations of corruption, nepotism, and political deadlock. Young people, especially Gen Z, have been frustrated by limited job opportunities, political unaccountability, and elite privilege. The immediate spark, a ban on social media platforms. The government had moved to ban major platforms, including Facebook, YouTube, X, citing regulatory oversights. This triggered widespread anger. Protests began around Monday of the week in question, largely in Kathmandu and spreading to other cities. Tens of thousands, many young, took to the streets. Authorities responded with curfews, bans, and eventually force. Violent clashes, police fired live ammunition, used tear gas, government buildings, private properties, and parliament buildings were set ablaze in some places. There were reports of jailbreaks, roads blocked, and severe disruptions to normal life. Death toll and injuries, at least 51 people died, including protesters, some police officers, over 1,300 injured. Facing mounting pressure, Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli resigned. His official residence was attacked, and many of those in his party faced tremendous criticism. The President, Ramchandra Paudel, and the Army Chief, Ashok Raj Sigdal, interceded. Negotiations took place among protest leaders, political figures, and the military. The goal, restore order and find a transitional path forward. On the 12th of September, 2025, former Chief Justice Sushila Karki took oath as interim Prime Minister. She is 73 years old and becomes the first woman to hold the post in Nepal's history. Her reputation, known for her anti-corruption stance during her time as Chief Justice, 2016-17. She is seen by many protesters and civil society as credible, independent, and someone who could help steer the country toward reforms. Also, votes or support from protest leaders, Gen Z movement, the President, and the Army were key to making this happen. The President dissolved Parliament, and fresh elections were scheduled for the 5th of March, 2026. Curfews and restrictions were gradually lifted in Kathmandu and surrounding areas. Shops reopened, traffic resumed. Still, sensitive zones remain under high security. Transitional interim cabinet, Karki is forming an interim government. Some of the protest leaders are involved in talks to ensure public demands are heard. Mostly by young people disillusioned with the status quo. Deep frustrations over corruption, nepotism, youth unemployment, and lack of accountability have been major drivers. The social media ban was a trigger, but the movement has broader roots: economic inequality, political dynasties, elite privilege. Symbolism of a female leader, especially one known for judicial integrity, has strong resonance for many protesters. It's seen as both symbolic and a potential turning point. Transitional legitimacy. While Karki has broad support, questions remain about constitutional precedents, her interim status, how powers will be transferred, and whether established political parties will cooperate. Accountability for protest deaths. Many are demanding investigations and justice for those killed. Reform versus status quo. Corruption, nepotism, elite capture are deep-rooted in Nepal's political culture. Turning protests into long-term structural reform will be difficult. Economic pressures. Nepal already faces economic instability, youth unemployment, inflation, and dependency on remittances. Political instability can worsen these. Security and order, ensuring peace, lifting curfews, restoring trust in law enforcement, and mitigating further violence. Sushila Karki's appointment is a landmark moment in Nepal's history. It signals not just political transition, but possibility, a chance for young people's voices, for demands of accountability and reform, to finally be heard at the highest levels. But the road ahead is steep. Will the interim government deliver? Will elections be free, fair, inclusive? Will the systemic issues the protests exposed be truly addressed? We'll be following this story closely. If you want updates, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.